My MegaMart, best value by far. Get more with your membership card. Best value by far. Get my MegaMart, best value by far.
Hello, Mega Shoppers. Welcome back to the MegaMart Show. As you can see, I am alone today. There's no Sam, but not to worry, she will be back for next episode. Now, last time we spoke about your summer essentials, all the food that you're going to be enjoying this summer with you and your friends and the kids at home. We looked at some gourmet hot dogs. Did you try any? I hope you have tried something. I know we were excited about all the new foods and drinks that we were gonna try for the summer. However, something happened. Beryl came, and so we're in the post-hurricane Beryl cleanup and pickup and rebuilding. But not to worry, I know that we would have prepared you here at MegaMart for all the hurricane essentials that you would have needed. I'm sure you would have watched us and you would have come by the store and you would have taken all that you needed and you were ready enough for Hurricane Beryl. And so, as we are still in the hurricane season, I'll be sharing with you today some tips and suggestions on how you can clean up and prepare yourself again to stay ready during this period. So stay tuned.
I'm Chef Samantha George and I love to buy my tomatoes at MegaMart. I can always count on the quality and freshness of all their produce. And so can you. So you want quality and freshness all the time? Come and enjoy the MegaMart experience where you can get all these items and so much more. I'm Samantha George. See ya.
Okay, guys, welcome back. No, I know during a period like this, we can get a little bit overwhelmed. We are overly concerned about many things, but not to worry. We know that we can always work together to rebuild and get back on track, which is why I am here now with some essential tips and suggestions for you to do just that. The first thing that I would say that you would need is to ensure that you are safe. Ensure your safety. Now, after a hurricane, we might have some downed electric wires and lines. We might have some sticks, some poles, some metals, some disposables that may be in your way or you probably cannot see because of the water and because of the debris. So you want to be very careful and cautious when you're going outside to clean up. You want to ensure that you have on your protective gear, maybe some goggles, maybe some gloves, maybe some boots that you need to go outside, and to be very cautious when you're doing so. So probably you would want to document certain things, take pictures, take videos, especially if you're gonna have some insurance matters to work out. So that is always a good thing to do. And also you can refer to it just in case there are any legal matters to be worked out. Also, you're gonna need, especially, your cleaning supplies. As you can see behind me, we have an array of mops and brooms and all those things that you're gonna need. So you're gonna be sweeping, you're gonna be mopping, you're gonna be raking, you're gonna need your garbage bags, you're gonna need your disposable containers, you're gonna also need different things that you're gonna sort your material in, especially if you're sorting through garbage, if you're sorting through debris. You might want to put your things into recyclables, so your plastics. You might want to put your biohazardous waste in something else. So you have to be mindful of the things that you're sorting during this time as well. And of course, we have a whole array of containers that you will need, disposable bags that you will need as well here at MegaMart. Also, if you are doing your cleaning, you will need your detergents, you will need your disinfecting agents, because when you're sweeping and you're mopping, afterward you definitely have to disinfect, you definitely have to sanitize. So all your bleach, your Lysols, your Clorox, your disposable wipes, we have everything that you could possibly need to disinfect. So disinfect to protect, and we have that for you. So after you have gone through and you have swept and you have wiped and you have disinfected, you're gonna want to also look out for molds. Because of course, if water is in an area where it's not supposed to be for an extended period, we're gonna be prone to mold. So you're gonna look out for those, you're gonna make sure that you clean and disinfect those areas specifically, and then we're gonna dry the area. The best way is to keep the area well ventilated. You're gonna open your windows, you're gonna open your doors and allow the breeze and the sunlight to pass through. And of course, you can also use a fan. We have rechargeable fans, battery powered fans here at MegaMart that you can use to help in that process as well, especially considering that everyone has not been able to get electricity back as yet. We know there are still some areas without your utilities, and therefore you would want to, of course, capitalize on your battery powered equipment at this time. I hope that these tips and suggestions were beneficial to you, and of course you know exactly where to go to get all that you need for cleaning up and preparing again for the season ahead of us. On behalf of the MegaMart family, our hearts and our prayers goes out to everyone who has been affected by Hurricane Beryl, especially for those in the South Coast areas. I know that St. Elizabeth has been greatly affected, some areas in Manchester, in Westmoreland, and even Portland even. Our hearts and our prayers are with you at this time. On a different note, I know that this might be a little bit overwhelming. After the break, we're going to be delving into something a little bit more delightful. So please, stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, I'm smiling from ear to ear because I am joined by my favorite chef, Chef Simon.
Hello.
Welcome, Chef.
Morning.
As you can see, we have quite a spread, pun intended, of cheeses in front of me and wine. So today we're going to be delving into the world of cheese, and we're going to also prepare something exciting, what we call the charcuterie board of cheese and wine and fruits and crackers and all that excitement. So Chef, thank you so much for joining me again.
Welcome. Thank you.
I see that you have arranged several different types of cheese on this table.
Yeah.
I know that for Jamaicans, when we think of cheese, we go tasty cheese. But today you're gonna, educate us a little bit more on all things cheese and how we can mix them together and how we can prepare them for our delight, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so why do we need to know about cheese? Why do you think that we need to be a little bit more cultured on cheese?
Well, first of all, welcome to everyone. Thank you for having me again. Cheese is a subjective culinary delight. As you said, whenever it is that we think of cheese in Jamaica, we
go
immediately gravitate towards
tasty.
our tasty cheese,
Right.
which I happen to love.
Yes, it's
actually,
delicious.
right? You have them in slice, you have them in solid, you have them in tin.
We have
every
them in
time.
the tin that we like to complain about.
Every time you go in away, you know that at least 2 or 3 tins are in the suitcase going to family, because no matter where you live and you're from Jamaica, tasty cheese is a
Is the
part of
cheese.
our
Right.
it's a part of our culture.
And I love that we really support Brand Jamaica. I love that this is the cheese that we think of when we think cheese in Jamaica.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
However, we're focusing on MegaMart, and this is just a small portion of the international cheeses that MegaMart offers. And so we've laid out quite a few here. I'm going to, if I may, delve into a little about the history of cheese.
Ooh.
Because cheese has a history.
Class is in session.
Class in session.
Yes.
Right? The earliest recorded knowledge of cheese was actually found in an Egyptian pyramid and dated back 4,000 years ago. But pre-recorded history has cheese as part of our culinary experience from as early as 8,000 BC.
Okay.
Okay, so that is
Long time.
long time.
Long time before
long time,
Christ.
right? That cheese has been a part of our environment.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that, one of the discoveries
Mm-hmm.
that is on record is that either an Egyptian or an Arab or somebody from the Middle East was on his way with a jug, but back then they used skins to transport
The milk?
milk or liquid. Right? He happened to have milk in that particular skin and was traversing across the Sahara, one of those very large deserts. And because of the ambient temperature being very dry and very hot, by the time he got to where he was going and decided to have a drink of milk, it had literally curdled and turned to cheese.
Right. I
So the-
always figured that cheese was founded by accident.
Yeah, it like most foods,
Oh.
right? The one pig drop in a fire and all of a sudden jerk pork.
Oh.
Okay, so all we're going to know is that is a discovery, and we're glad that somebody discovered it because now we have all of these arrays of cheese.
Yes.
Speaking about that, there are recorded worldwide over 1,800 varieties of cheese. We have about 20 here. right?
1,800 varieties of cheese.
Especially in European countries, cheese is a big factor in the European countries. Germany, Italy, France, Switzerland, where Swiss cheese is from. Cheese is a part of their culture. If you go into the average deli in any one of those European countries,
there's
and in
always a lot
France
of
where I
cheese.
did some of my studies, you would see cheese that would literally make your head spin. And not necessarily packaged like this
You
or
have some
processed.
big,
Wheels
heavy-
of
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, I've
What they call
seen them.
wheels of Parmesan cheese that look like a big, like a, I'm not exaggerating, and use literally
And you
slice
use a
them up.
thing to,
And you
Yeah.
can use a cheese slicer, right, to shear off a piece of it. I had mentioned and alluded to the fact of a curdling process, and that is part of the process for the formation of cheese. It actually has to go almost through a spoiling process before coming back to where it is that it is edible. Cheese is actually heated up before it is cooled down. And then the differences that you will have in the cheese between a hard cheese, like for example Parmesan
And a
or Gouda, which is a semi-hard cheese, or a crumbled cheese, or a soft cheese that you can actually spread, is the amount of moisture that's left
is
in the cheese.
retained in the
For
cheese.
example, I think like Parmesan, that is very, very tough.
it's a
right?
drying. You have to
Very,
do a-
very dry cheese. Most of the moisture has come out of that, but feel the Colby Jack.
I love jack cheese. So
You feel
basically,
that
you're telling me that cheese is spoiled milk.
In a sense.
Yeah.
In a sense, obviously, right? In actual fact, some cheeses taste better when they're almost going off. And there are
There's-
some cheeses that, for example, the Mediterranean region and the Middle Eastern region actually have cheeses that are purposely taken and put into a cupboard in an ambient temperature, and once it starts going moldy is when it's considered good to eat. You cut off the mold off of it. It's almost the same process like aging meat, right? But we can
Okay.
go into that for another episode.
Okay.
But right here we have an array of cheeses that you can see, and cheese come in a variety of hardness to softness. We have hard cheeses,
We have soft.
semi-hard.
We have
you
the creamed
soft
ones
cheeses.
that are spreadable.
You have the cream ones that are spreadable here. We have quite an array, everything from garlic and herb. You have original, strawberry,
Blueberry, whipped.
whipped. These go very well with bagels.
Yes, I
You
love
have a
bagel and cream
spice cheese. And then you have crumbled cheeses, for example.
This
right?
gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. You have blue cheese and feta, which are great with salads.
For the gorgonzola, I'm seeing some little black specks inside. Is this one of those cheeses that you want to have a little bit of mold before
Well, what you're
we
looking at
consume.
is an infusion in the processing aspect of it, where they add something called, it almost sounds like penicillin, but it's called penicillium. And it's added to the process, and you end up with these dark, moldy portions of it. The blue
Okay.
cheese tends to be like that as well.
Right.
Right, where you have some, depending on the variety that you have, you have a little bit of mold in there.
Right.
Now, some of these cheeses, for example, the blue cheese, it's it wouldn't be considered palatable. In Jamaica, we say Clyding, right? If you eat too much of it, at the same time, yeah, it's a cheese that you want to have in moderation. It's just
So
lightly sprinkled in some salad.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
Like, for example, Burger King and places like that, Wendy's offers salads with blue cheese on it.
Just
Right?
okay.
Feta is actually excellent when combined with a salad, yeah, and this is
It's a little bit
crumble,
wet.
right? It almost looks like what you call it, they're bean curd, but
Okay.
it's easy to crumble,
Yeah.
and you take it and you just sprinkle it.
I noticed
on
that
your
it's
cheese.
usually a little bit wet.
Yes, because it has quite a bit of moisture in it, right? And so there are different cheeses represented here. Or some of the time, some people's first experience with this cheese, like for example the Edam, when they see it on a cut and
On the
slice
cutting board, yeah.
on a cutting
It's
board.
usually very big.
Well, what happens is that some people start off eating the covering, which is actually a wax covering, unedible. They are inedible. You're not supposed
Really?
to. Yeah, you're
It
not
has a wax
supposed to
covering all along? So you're supposed to actually strip it
peel
off?
peel it off, and eat it.
I had
I'm
no
actually
idea.
going to use one of these when we're preparing the charcuterie board today, and you can see
Ooh.
how we're going to add probably 2 or 3 different type of cheeses, some crackers.
Some jams, because I'm seeing jams and jellies
We'll have
over
some
there.
jellies infused in there for dip, some olives and some fruit.
Yes.
So we'll have a nice mini
Nice
charcuterie
little
board.
spread, and I'm so excited for that. But because this is just a sample of all the cheeses that we have, we definitely need to go over to the cheese aisle and look at them and show the variety of cheeses that MegaMart has to offer. So after the break, we're going to be looking at some cheeses. We'll be back.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Chef Samantha George, and here at MegaMart, they have a ton of wines. Red wines, white wines, rosés, Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blanc, like, oh, you got to come here, guys. Remember to come and enjoy the MegaMart experience where you can find all of this and so much more. There is a wine for everyone. I'm Chef Samantha George, see ya.
And just like that, we're in cheese heaven. Look
Yep.
at this spread of cheese.
Well, I must tell you that compared to other places in Jamaica, I have to tell you that MegaMart has probably the greatest array of cheeses that I've seen so far.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
We're-
impressive.
We have at least 20 to 30 varieties of cheese
20
here
to
alone.
30 variety of cheeses.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a drop in the bucket if we have 1,800 different varieties.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But of course, MegaMart will always have that level of variety for you.
And complementary things that are in the area as well. All of these other things go excellent with any of these cheeses.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
looking at our spread cheeses
Yep.
and our blocks of cheeses. We have our sharp cheddar, mozzarella, we have a chipotle.
Chipotle.
Or
Yep.
chipotle.
Yep.
We have our brie. We have our blue. We have our feta. What is the difference between cream cheese and the brie? Because
Well-
both are spreadable, I gather.
Yes. It's the taste. It's the taste and the preparation process.
Okay.
Right? You have different cheeses that are infused with flavors. For example, you have some cheeses that are infused with the flavor of nuts. Like I'm going to talk about Parmesan.
Parmesan?
If you taste it, you can almost taste a nutty taste in there.
Does it
So
have nuts?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
But it is infused, the flavor of it is there.
And it's one of those cheeses that is commonly used. It's so versatile, I would say, Parmesan.
Well, let me just show you this right now.
Yeah.
Right? This is, and you had felt this before, feel the
Yes, this is
consistency
one of the
these.
harder
This
cheeses.
is the harder cheeses. Parmesan is no stranger to the Jamaican palate as well as international palate. You have it in this form, but it's also here.
Right. This is the one that we use for our pastas, yes?
Yes, yes. Now you go to fine dining restaurants, and the difference between a fine dining restaurant and another restaurant is that
Is the
this
type
will
of
come
farm.
sprinkled, and the Parmesan. In a fine dining restaurant, they will bring a block of Parmesan
And you
with
grate
a
it.
small grater,
Yeah.
and they will grate it right there in front of
Alright.
you onto your salad, right?
It's really all about the experience, right?
And exactly. If you look at there, all natural cheese, full nutty,
flavor.
So Parmesan has a nutty cheese. Now, you don't want to consume, or I wouldn't find it palatable consuming too much Parmesan at the same time because it tends to be very sharp.
Okay.
Right, so you find that people usually use this or have it in very small portions.
Talking
But-
about sharp cheeses, also cheddar is one of those types of cheeses, yes?
Yes, we have various brands of sharp cheddars that are here. Crystal Farms has mild and sharp cheddars,
And I see
right,
the Dutch Farms sharp
Dutch
cheddar
Farm has
right
sharp
there as
cheddar,
well.
and it really is a very applicable description of it because it does taste almost tartish and
Right.
and sharp.
Okay.
Right.
Let
You
me
have a
just
sharp-
remind you that we are filming inside the store at Waterloo, so it can get a little bit noisy. Please bear with us.
Yep. Let us look at the other side. We have some surprises over on the other side.
Ooh, I love a
that
good
we can,
surprise.
that are basically for the convenience of our customers. It's on the other side.
All
Let's
right,
take a walk.
let's go. And the surprise, surprise.
And here we are at a different preparation of cheese, different
Okay.
packaging of cheeses. We looked at the solid cheese, spreadable cheese. We also have shredded cheese. in
As you
almost
had
every-
mentioned,
Exactly.
definitely for convenience.
Convenience.
Right.
You have the cheddar, sharp cheddar, 6 cheese Italian, sharp cheddar. You have grated cheese. You have these in small bites, Asiago, snacking cheese, if you want a few of these to take home. And it wouldn't be complete without
Of course.
our Jamaican
Our
cheese.
staple.
Our staple, our Jamaican cheese, right? These are made in Jamaica, you know, tasty cheese, sliced cheese for your convenience. But also, for those of us who want to prepare sandwiches, these are already prepared and sliced. You see?
Okay.
So you literally just peel off one
And go.
and go. Everything from marble jack, American cheese, pepper jack, they're all
They're
All prepared
and ready to
and
go.
sliced and ready to go.
All right.
And then you have your very, very soft cheeses which go well with nachos and things like that.
Oh, you know, I've never seen it like this.
Yep.
So that is very, very convenient.
delicious
I,
and very-
I love nachos. I love
dangerous
chips and
for the-
dip.
for the waistline.
I'm not watching my figure. I can have all the cheeses. Chef
Let me
Stan.
watch mine.
Chef Stan, okay.
You want us to look at how to make a charcuterie
Definitely,
board?
I am so ready to put all the cheeses together with the jellies and the crackers and then have a glass of wine to go along with it. It's all
Yep.
about the experience, you know what I
Yep.
mean? So let's definitely do that right now, Chef Simon.
Okay.
All right. All right, so we are inside the deli right now, and I'm so excited because I see so many things in front of me. I see fruits, I see cheese, I see wine, olives, and we're putting together our charcuterie board. So, Chef Simon, what makes a very good charcuterie board?
Well, first of all, the history of charcuterie goes way back and originated in France.
Okay.
And it really was about how pre-refrigeration process for curing meat.
Okay.
Even if you look and Google pictures of charcuterie right now in France, it shows hanging pieces of pork legs and beef and things like that are going through a drying process.
Okay.
Part of the reasoning was that they were preparing the meat for long instances without without refrigeration.
Okay.
So it's a process of how meat was cured.
Cured.
Out of that, charcuterie has developed into a mixture of flavors. Typically, when a board is prepared, you have certain elements in place. You must have vibrant color.
Okay.
Cheese, in the most part, it all depends on who is preparing it and what flavors you want to bring out. But a typical board would have vegetables, fruit, cheese, and some meat.
All right. So
In our
let's
case,
just.
we're going to and crackers, some form of carb to go along with the vegetables and all else that is there. Additionally, some may prepare dips, etc.,
Yeah.
depending on what it is.
Dips.
So we're going to do a simple one this
Yeah, man.
morning.
Let's just put it all together and see
Okay.
what happens.
Already did a little bit of garmange pre-design. We're going to add some color to that. Voila!
Some cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes in there.
Nice.
Okay.
That's the green
Supposed
again.
to almost look like organized chaos. Look at that. You add some contrasting color in there.
Organized chaos. I like that.
Organized chaos.
Right.
It's supposed to look very attractive as well.
It's already
okay?
looking attractive with its colors.
And you have a burst of flavors that are going to take place.
So we're adding our apple
Adding some
slices. And what is that now? A
today.
peach?
This is a, yes, this is a peach.
And then it comes again with the bright color. The
Bright
yellow in
color.
the middle and the red on
Yes.
the skin.
Yes. We're gonna add a meat feature in there.
Ooh,
Right.
is that Black Forest ham?
This is Black Forest ham.
My favorite, right? So that's the
In there.
crackers. You know, it's so simple, really. But it's how it comes together. It looks so intricate.
So intricate.
Is there olives?
No, this is
Grapes?
This is grapes.
Some greens on this side. Nice.
This I'm gonna add
So
some
these are the olives now.
pitted Kalamata olives in there, and that will give
Oh,
another
where are we gonna put
element,
those
another
now?
element to the taste.
This one is the cheese that has the wax coating that you need to remove, yes?
This is Edam cheese, which is a European cheese.
All right, so right now we're just gonna finish it up and we're gonna pair it with our wines and you're gonna see the final presentation in a bit. I'm so excited. And we are back with our charcuterie board and it's looking so inviting and colorful, Chef Simon.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
love the dimensions, I love the colors, I love the different textures, and I am so excited about trying this out.
Yep, absolutely. You see, we have a mixture of the colors and everything, but we also had some wines displayed. I just want to give a rule of thumb concerning
How we
what
pair the wine
because there's
with
so
the-
many different wines that are available, so many different cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
The rule of thumb is simple: red meat,
Yeah,
red wine.
red meat, red wine.
Chicken, fish, and all other meats, white wine.
Okay,
Right,
so
and those
since
will
we
go
have
together.
the Black Forest ham right now, we more than likely would be going with a
A nice red
A
wine.
red wine.
And you have very nice red wines, everything from Merlot. You have Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon, and other different wines that we offer here at MegaMart.
And of course, we would put also with this the jams. I see we have the jelly and the jams. We'll probably put a little ramekin with the jelly inside
Usually
there.
you would have that on the side,
side.
for people to use as dip, but there are some peppered jellies that I like, and fruity jellies that would go excellent with any one of these cheeses. Remember that if you see this on a board, take off the plastic,
red, please.
the red plastic slash wax that is on it.
Okay. Ah, this is so nice, Chef Simon. I thank you so much for being with us today and helping us to put together this lovely charcuterie board that I'm going to indulge in a bit. Just to remind you that we are in the hurricane season and MegaMart has all you need for your hurricane supplies. I hope that you are mindful of the tips that were shared today. And as we put together our little charcuterie board, be reminded that we also have on special wines right now. And of course, be reminded of our everyday low prices and special offers and discounts going on at MegaMart. You want to capitalize on this, especially in this season. All right? So thank you so much for being with us. Remember to be cautious and be safe. Please remember to follow us on all socials at MegaMart Jamaica. Take care.